Right, Harry Enfield, yeah? I've noticed quite a few actors have started sound a bit like Ricky Gervais in BBC Three, Channel 4 sitcoms, mentioning no names, phone shop, him and her, yeah? At first, I thought, no, not for me. Then I thought, young people like them, can't be enjoying them, yeah? Off to see Paul Whitehouse do some writing in his house. Mine's bigger, so's my house. Not gay.
Oh, Harry Enfield, yeah. When you're bringing back loads of money, yeah.
Oh, bit sexist.
Ironic, postmodern, keep up Stavros, racist.
Greeks loved it.
Let's start writing comedy.
I hate Spastics Society as the former name of Scope. Can't believe they ever called it that. Totally insulting people with cerebral palsy.
I hate Mongolia as a holiday destination, yeah. Too hot for a more temperate climate.
I hate the Jews you get from vending machines. Always too sweet. Only like freshly squeezed juice, yeah?
Yeah. Celebrity friend. Yeah.
Coming round to see us. Yeah.
Go on, Jeeves.
I'll go, yeah?
Yeah.
Want to see Celebrity Alice.
Celebrity.
Come in, Nigel, mate. UKIP.
Nigel.
UKIP.
Right, how's it going?
Well, a lot better than this. I mean, what is going on here? This is frankly embarrassing. What have you sunk to, Enfield? I mean, have some pride in your work. Though, to be honest, you've done nothing decent since Loads of Money.
Look at camera.
Have done.
And again.
Did.
So we can enjoy Harry and Paul in the highest and best edition. We're pleased to let you beg our wives whenever your fancy beckons. We'll fight with all of our might for your rights to develop nuclear weapons.
And now from the 1930-40s, Movie Originals presents The King's Speech. You must be the Queen Mum.
Yes, but I'm in disguise.
I see. And this is His Majesty?
Yes, he's in disguise too, and he speaks in a funny way.
I'm Bertie, the King.
Take this case.
People of Great Britain and the colonies. In this grave hour, possibly the most fateful in our history.
Yes, I can see the problem already. The reason you're sounding like a gibbering halfwit is you're repeating the first letter of words for no reason at all. It's not people, it's people. Don't say the P 3 times. Simply say it once, then crack on with the rest of the word.
People
That's it.
of Great Britain.
No, you're doing it again, yet more gibberish. Remember, your 3 times business is a silly business. Cut it out.
People of Great Britain and the colonies. In this grave hour, perhaps the most fateful in our history.
Cured.
Hello, darling. I'm cured. I must have sounded like a demented buffoon with my idiotic 3 times business. Why on earth did nobody tell me before?
We're all too British and polite, darling.
Whereas I'm an Australian copper ballabong. I have no manners, so I was able to blurt out the problem in an uncouth way.
Here's a little something for your trouble.
Why, thank you very much. Oh, blimey. Kangaroo. Lummy, now you've got me at it.
I'm Bob Doofus.
And I'm Bob Sackey.
Say, Bob, you gone crazy? Darn right, Bob.
You've been killing whores for Jesus?
Even crazier, Bob. It's this month's deal I've cooked up. We've got 99 cars for just $9,999.99.
With one final piece of my guarantee payment of $9,999.99.
We're so sure about the quality of our cars that at the end of 99 days, we'll buy back any car for $9.99. One final payment twice of $99.90.
Bob, that really is crazy as killing whores for Jesus. Let's shake on it.
Bob and Bob's Cars. Evangelical homicide has never seemed so sensible.
Do you know who I mean by Stephen Fry?
Yes, of course I do. He's my godson.
Is he?
Yes.
Is he a queer?
Of course he's not a queer. He's my godson.
He looks like a queer.
No, he doesn't. He's my godson.
And he sounds like a queer.
He doesn't sound like a queer at all. He's my godson.
Well, I think he looks like a queer and he sounds like a queer on television. I was just wondering if he was probably a queer. As he looks like a queer and he sounds like a queer, he's probably a queer. What do you think?
Certainly not. He's my godson. Have you finished with my newspaper?
My lips are sealed.
And anyway, I saw you clambering onto the bus this morning. Crikey, you ain't been holding back since they stopped the sweet rationing, have you?
Well, anyway, there's nothing wrong with the way I look. Full of figured I am. My Billy says he likes it. Says it's more to get hold of. Not that I let him. I'm saving myself, you see. Unlike some I could mention. Well, anyway, where are you going for your summer holidays? Off to Kent, hop picking again, I suppose. Slaving away like coolies in the field. What kind of holiday's that? We're going to Butlins and Bognor Regis. That's right. Bingo every night, knobbly knees competitions, and Shane Fentone and the Fentones is in residency. We shall have a smashing time. Don't work too hard, will you?
Well, we was going to go to Shanklin on the Isle of Wight in the summer, as a matter of fact, but we might have to put it off for a bit because my uncle's got something called lung cancer. I doubt it'll last long, though. He's got the constitution of an ox.
Do I look like a douchebag? No, Anthony, and you're not one.
You're damn right about that, Bob, because Anthony here is not only taking advantage of our latest offer on a beautiful new automobile, Anthony's also buying
Peace of mind. A warranty that covers any part from 99 cents to $9.99 for just $999 down plus 9 satisfaction payments of $9.99 per week for 99 weeks.
Anthony's also purchasing windshield insurance for $9.99 down and 999 payments of $99.99 with a final fulfillment payment of just $99.99.
Do I look like a douchebag?
There's a man that lives next door in my neighborhood. He gets me down.
Marcus,
Emma Mima.
how are you?
Yeah, really good, thanks. Mwah. How are you?
Amazing. Mwah. Mwah. Mwah.
Mwah.
You've opened a bakery.
Oh, don't be stupid. It's an artisan bakery.
Oh, sorry. What's the difference between an artisan bakery and a normal bakery?
£5 a loaf.
Oh, well, it looks wonderful, and I love the typewriter. It's so Mad Men.
Yeah, that's to make people like you think this is a great place to come and have ideas for that screenplay you're never going to write.
Oh, I have actually got an idea for a screenplay I want to write.
Is it loosely based on you and your dull friends?
Yeah. Oh, isn't £10 rather a lot for a chocolate tart?
Oh, I'm so sorry, that's a mistake.
Oh, chocolat tart. Oh, how sophisticatedly yummy. Yes, I'd love one of those, please.
Would you like coffee?
Double espresso, please.
OK, that'll be £4.50. Any sugar?
No, thank you.
£5.50. But it contains no added sugar. Go and take a seat. I'll bring it over in some mismatched crockery I got from the mine shop.
Delish.
Listen, Emma Mima, I wonder if you'd like to come on my cupcake decorating course. It's 2 days. I teach you how to stick a pink star on a bun.
Oh.
It's £400, and you go away feeling you've finally achieved something in your little life.
Oh, my parents will be so pleased.
Oh dear, that is not a pleasant pint. No. Do you have no Scottish beer at all?
No, Dougal.
Scottish beer's much better than English beer, I find. Oh, yes, everything's better in Scotland, yes.
Well, look, if you don't like the beer, have something else.
Yes, I might do that, yes. Do you have wine?
Well, I've got an Australian Chardonnay, I've got a French Sancerre.
Do you have Scottish wine?
No.
Because Scottish wine is much better than English wine, I find.
Well, I don't have either, Dougal.
Okay, well, I shall have to have my English beer then, even though it's not a pleasant pint compared to a Scottish pint. What is this racket?
Well, you must know this, Dougal. It's Coldplay.
I most certainly do not know it, no, and I don't particularly care for it. Do you have anything by the Proclaimers?
No, we don't.
How about Big Country?
No, afraid not.
Sheena Easton?
No.
Because English music all sounds exactly the same to me, like a fearful din, whereas Scottish music is invariably pleasant to the ears. Do you have no Bay City Rollers?
Oh, come on, Dougal. You cannot believe that the Bay City Rollers are better than all English music. I mean, what about the Beatles?
The Beatles only composed one decent song in their entire history, Mull of Kintyre.
Yeah, Mull of Kintyre was by Wings.
Nice computer. An Apple Macintosh, unless I'm mistaken, named after the fruit and the Scotsman. Oh, yes. Scottish names are much better for naming computers after than English names, aye. Oh, yes, everything's better in Scotland, aye. Oh, yes. Hello, Mother. You've a Dell coming. Oh, that's a fine computer, but not the patch on it. Oh, Adele the singer? No, I've not heard of her. Is she Scottish? And she's coming to Edinburgh. And you're excited by that?
Don't you worry about him, pal. We're not all like that.
I take a sideways look at life. Aunt Coat's fantastic, with two great tubes for your arms and your wee handies free at the end to do things like drink beer or wank.
Parking Pataway-o, parking Pataway-o, parking Pataway-o, and his black and white Cataway-o. Forget to feed the meter, Pataway-o's eager to pop a ticket on your car and get you towed away-o.
Hello, Parking Pataway. You're looking very pleased with yourself. Oh, goodness. Delivery Delroy's delivering some heavy supplies, and because there are no bays nearby, he's been forced to park with his back wheels very slightly over the yellow line. Can you see? Are you going to oil the wheels of commerce by allowing Delivery Delroy to get on with his job, Parking Pataway? Or are you going to throw a giant bureaucratic spanner into the works in the form of a parking ticket? He's like a lamb to the slaughter, isn't he? Oh, honestly, Parking Pataway, what do you want me to do? Park half a mile away and then walk with each crate? Isn't ticketing fun when you know that logic is on Delivery Delroy's side, but the law is on yours? Coconut, mumbles Delivery Delroy. But introducing a racial element is nothing new to Parking Pataway. He's had far worse than that. This is the fourth ticket you've given me this week, Parking Pataway. Me can't afford to run this business if you keep doing this. Are you going to give him another ticket tomorrow? Are you going to drive Delivery Delroy out of business? Then perhaps he can get a proper job, says Parking Pataway, like being a parking enforcer. Everyone loves Parking Pataway. Hello, darling.
Darling, I've been so worried about you.
Oh, why on earth?
Because you didn't come home last night.
Oh, yes.
And you're in prison.
Oh, yes.
And you only went out to post a letter.
Damn. Oh, I'm afraid I've been a bit of a chump. I was literally in the act of posting that letter when I bumped into Jerry. You remember Jerry, don't you?
Yes, of course I do, darling. Jellic night, Jelly.
That's the fellow. On Saturday, he met a 21-year-old heiress, worth a fortune, and she's perfectly prepared to marry him.
How wonderful. He'll never have to try and hold down a job again.
His thoughts exactly. So we thought it might be fun to go to Cliverden and celebrate at the poolside bar. Well, don't ask me how, but after a couple of cases of Veuve Clicquot, we got onto the subject of mixing water and electricity. A dicey business in my view, but Jerry said they go together like whiskey and ginger. So in the end, we agreed to settle the matter with a wager.
Oh, darling, what fun.
All those poor swimmers. Whilst I was happy to be proved right on the science, I felt rather uncomfortable seeing them writhing around in agony. Jerry thought it'd be kind to finish them off.
Well, that's Jerry for you, isn't it, darling? Kindness is his middle name.
I feel beastly, though. All those swimmers, snuffed out in the prime of their lives.
Well, darling, you can hardly be held responsible under the circumstances. You were just drunk. Now come here, you lovable, brainy about electricity, silly old drunken thing. How I love you.
Oh.
All right, you two young lovebirds. Off home with you now.
Good night, officer.
Right, sir. Wait a moment, sir, you forgot. I'll post it for you.
Sorry, though.
One day, very soon, the fine prince will send small messages to the elders of the car mending shop. Get me a jolly machine to clasp this man together like a rubbery ball. What an extraordinary sight I'm seeing from the window, the newspaper says. He has been bouncing for days, bouncing off the buildings and making the traffic cry. Now that I see, I turn away. I don't want to see you no more. You're just a ball that's bouncing off the buildings. I curse you.
Hi, Sherlock, where are you?
I'm in my mind palace. 4, I'd give it 15.
Cool, blimey, Holmes. What'd you have last night? A curry?
Well done, Watson. You're getting a nose for this kind of business. Hold up, here comes Una, my landlady.
Come to do the cleaning.
Una, this is Watson.
Whoa, look at you. You're a bit of all right.
Why?
Hello, gorgeous. I came to clean up, but I feel like getting dirty with you. If you fancy a bit of how's your father, a bit of rumpy pumpy, I'll be downstairs.
Whoa! Oh!
Cool, blimey. She's a bit of all right.
And she don't half fancy you.
How'd you work that out?
Well, from upon the moment when I introduced you, I noticed her say...
Whoa, you're a bit of all right, aren't you?
I deducted it was of an hanky-panky nature when she said...
I feel like getting dirty with you.
My suspicions were further aroused by the physical signs what she gave off. My theory was proved beyond doubt when she prattled...
If you fancy a bit of how's your father, I'll be downstairs.
How the devil and the deuce did you deduce that, Holmes?
Oh, hold up. Here comes trouble.
Oh, my God, it's Moriarty Farty, the despicable old puffer.
Hello, Duchess. I hate you, Sherlock.
Quick, Sherlock, think of something.
Oh, my giddy aunt.
My Alfie reckons Shane Fenton's a pansy or a Nancy boy, I can't remember which.
If that Shane Fentone's a pansy, then so is Dirk Bogarde. I tell you who's the pansy. Adam Faith, he's the pansy. You only have to look at his trousers.
Dirk Bogarde's as much of a pansy as Rock Hudson. Anyway, I felt sick today watching you eat that Bovril sandwich, chomping away with those great big Hampstead Heath like there's no tomorrow. How are you going to fit in that bathing suit of yours? I hope no one mistakes you for the fat one out of Laurel Nardi.
Well, anyway, you're just jealous because all you ever get to eat is corned beef and spam. And anyway, I didn't tell you, did I? My Billy took me to an Italian restaurant last night. That's right, it was called Il Bisto. We had something called spaghetti on the naze, and red wine, and ice cream, and an after eight. And Luigi, the waiter, ever so handsome he was, he told me I was beautiful and winked at me while my Billy was arguing with the manager about the cost.
You're off your chump, you're eating all that foreign muck. You'll be on the levee for days and you start sprouting hair in funny places. Before you know it, you start looking like a fuzzy wuzzy. See you in church on Sunday. Ta-da!
You know how it is these days. You gotta be nice to retards. Buy 'em a cookie and ruffle their hair. Well, here at Bob and Bob's Cars, we still lock 'em up. Why'd I lock you up, Bob?
Because I came up with this month's deal, Bob. It's so simple, I got to be a retard. For only $99 down and 99 payments of $9.99 till the $9.99. For one payment of only $99.99. This beautiful automobile can be yours.
Want it even simpler? Tell him, Bob.
Well, Bob, on this automobile, you can pay $9.90 down and just $99.99 a month for 9 months, followed by 9 months of $9.90, and then 9 weeks of $99, and a final payment of $99.99.
Bob, that deal's so simple, you gotta be a retard.
You like it, Bob?
I love it.
Well, come on in.
Bob and Bob's Cars, with deals so simple, they gotta be retards.
Next came Ken and Brian from Brian Farnick with their solution to the global financial crisis.
Dragons, may I please be delighted to present to you a brand new currency which hopefully, with your help, will hopefully replace the euro, dollar, peso, pound, ruble, yen, renminbi,
get on with that,
and Vietnamese dong. Dragons, we present the worldo.
There's a problem. Ken's dropped the worldo.
This isn't an actual worldo. It's a mock-up of what the real one might look like if Ken can find it on the floor.
Found it. As you can see, the worldo is not only better than the euro, it's also bigger.
The old dragons look unimpressed, but what will the dead dragon make of the worldo?
Enough! I've made millions out of raw knowledge, you insignificant fools!
Things got a bit heated in there, didn't they? Do you think you'll bounce back?
Oh, darling. You poor thing. How perfectly horrid.
Oh, darling, I've been a bit of a twerp again. There I was in Savile Row, when who should I bump into but Gregory? You remember Gregory, don't you, darling?
Gunpowder, Gregory.
That's the fellow. We polished off a few bottles of rather indifferent plonk when Gregory suddenly noticed the date. And the view from the window. Oh, darling, it seemed foolish to turn up such an opportunity.
Oh, darling, you are a silly sausage.
All those dead MPs. I suppose there'll have to be a general election. What a bore for the people. They must think I'm a heel.
Not at all, darling. Everyone's been very sweet about it. You were just drunk.
Well, you're darling to come and get me. I'm sorry if I was a little offhand on the phone last night.
You trollop, you hussy, you whore, you slut, you Jezebel!
Don't be silly, darling. Who am I to criticize? You know what I can be like. You're all frigid! You'll never know what it's like to have a cold.
How I adore you.
All right, you two young lovebirds. Off home with you now. And remember, sir, no more of your playful silliness. But on a personal note, can I say I think you've done the country a great service? And I, for one, hope a charismatic figure from the far right emerges to fill the vacuum.
Good night, officer.
Good night, Tom.
Now, Charles, wasn't that pathology forum dreadfully dull? I spent the entire meeting recluing yesterday's Times crossword grid in my head. Make a mess of tidying station, 7 letters.
Dignity?
Very good, Charles. Very good indeed. Now, tell me, did you download the Xbox Mass Effect 3 demo I told you about?
I have.
What's the verdict?
Well, it's not up there with Call of Duty 3, but quite honestly, anything's a blessing after the constant grind of Elder Scrolls 4.
The very idea of not incorporating online multiplayer deathmatch mode in a premium release RPG is at best deeply short-sighted and at worst a catastrophe.
Yes, I gave up, I'm afraid.
Fair dues, Charles, fair dues. They don't do dues like they used to do dues, do they? Well, if I can get away from the Board of Trustees' extraordinary general meeting tonight at anything like a civilized hour, I shall hurry back to my crib and see you online.
You're a rotter, Sheridan.
Ha! Gotcha!
And Harry and Paul are back here on BBC HD at the same time next week.
Handsome and tall, you're not even beginning to look old. We strive to increase production of flat screen televisions so we can enjoy Harry and